A musical introduction welcomes newborns and some tips for keeping your heart healthy. These stories and more coming up next on Sinai-Grace Today. Hello, I'm Melanie Moss. Hear that? That's the lullaby that announces another birth right here at Sinai-Grace. The song is played on the overhead system throughout the hospital whenever a baby is born. And the good news brings smiles to the faces of visitors, patients, and employees. It's a wonderful way of letting everyone know about the blessed event, which, by the way, happens almost 2,000 times per year at Sinai-Grace. Did you know that cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States, with nearly 2,300 Americans dying each day? February is American Heart Month, and Sinai-Grace Today will be featuring a series of stories all month long called For Your Healthy Heart, designed to help you become heart smart and avoid becoming a statistic. Julie Frescarelli is with one of Sinai-Grace's dietitians to talk about some simple changes that can be made to your diet to make it more heart healthy. Julie?
Thanks, Melanie. A lot of heart disease risk factors are out of our control, like age and family history. One thing we can control, though, is our diet. And I'm here with Christine, who's one of our dietitians. Christine, what are some things we can eat to promote heart health?
Well, some things we can do. Basically, the key to a well-balanced diet is eating a variety of foods in moderation. Some key nutrients we can kind of hone in on are fiber, for one. Including fiber in our diet reduces our LDL cholesterol, which is our lousy cholesterol, and also reduces our total cholesterol.
Now, what are some examples of high fiber foods?
Some high fiber foods we can include can be as simple as in the morning eating a high fiber cereal. You want to look for labels with 5 grams of fiber or more. Also making sure you put fruit and vegetables, include those into your diet. Eating the skins of apples and eating the skins of vegetables like cucumbers and salads increase fiber. And as simple as eating a cereal bar as a snack is another way to improve fiber.
In addition to fiber, what are some other things that we can increase?
Healthy fats in our diet.
Healthy fats, that kind of sounds like a contradiction. Can you explain the whole concept of healthy fats?
Healthy fats, basically what they do is kind of like fiber. They reduce our total cholesterol, reduce our LDL cholesterol, and actually may even increase our HDL cholesterol, which is our good cholesterol. Some examples of this are their monounsaturated fats, the polyunsaturated fats, and omega-3 fatty acids, which are included in our fatty fish like salmon, our olive oil, canola oil, and also things like nuts.
Now, what about salt? How can we reduce our salt intake?
Ways to reduce salt is sometimes pretty obvious. Taking that salt shaker off of our table and trying to include spices to flavor our food. Even lemon can add a nice distinct flavor. Also, when you're looking at soups, want to look for a heart healthy label on that. Also, canned vegetables, anything that's canned, you want to make sure you rinse it in a colander first, because that reduces about 40% of that salt intake. So condiments are another key factor that you want to avoid, like mustard, ketchup, pickles, all those things are packed full of sodium.
Now, it's easy to control our diet at home. What do we do when we go out to eat?
When we go out to eat, that's kind of tricky. It's hard because we don't have that nutrition fact always available to us. I mean, we can go online, and a lot of restaurants are now having that available to us, but you want to ask your waiter, how are you making this? What are you putting in it? Also, key words to look for in entrees are baked, broiled, roasted, steamed, things like that.
Well, thank you for these great tips. I'm Julie Frescarelli for Sinai-Grace Today.
Hi, I'm Robin Ross. I'm the Director of Cardiovascular Services here at Sinai-Grace, and I'd like to talk to you about the quality measures of AMI and CHF today. And quality measures are very important because it's evidence-based medicine that shows us how we take care of our patients. And part of that evidence-based medicine is the documentation. Without the documentation, it looks as though we're not giving good care. So here at Sinai-Grace, when I audit the charts, I always look at those core measures and I review the charts to find out, are we documenting what we say we're doing? The important part of the documentation is if you don't give the aspirin at discharge and you don't give the ACE and the beta blocker at discharge, it looks as though our patients didn't get good care. So documentation is a very important part of the core measures here at Sinai-Grace. Also, we need to talk a little bit about when you document, you need to make sure that you don't cut and paste, because cutting and pasting doesn't show the daily care that you give every day, which differs. Our patient population here deserves specialized care, and when you do that, it doesn't indicate that you're giving that care every day when you see the patients. The core measures are also available to the public on the website. So we want to do well on these measures. We want to be able to show the good work that we do here for the community and the patients here at Sinai-Grace. So documentation is all about quality. If you don't write it, you didn't do it. I'm Robin Ross. Here's the quality measures for Sinai-Grace.
Hello, my name is Sharon Bridges. I'm an SEA specialist, and I want to do a shout out to all our great patients here. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Hi, this is Yolanda Gayton, SEA Year 3, sending a Valentine's shout out to all of the patients in radiation oncology. We're rocking for a cure across the way.
Hi, my name is Carol Gutile. I work in outpatient psych, and this is just a shout out to all my friends at the crisis center and outpatient psychiatry and all my old friends on the inpatient psych unit. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm an occupational therapist. I just want to give a shout out to all the One Westers and the entire rehab staff. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hi, this is Katie Odom from 4 West. I'd like to give a shout out to our 4 West staff. Thank you for the good job that you're doing. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Moore, and I just want to give a Valentine's shout out to all of the SEAs, and I also want to give a special shout out to the transportation guys. You all have been wonderful. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Brown, and I work in a nursing resource pool. I want to give a special shout out for Valentine's Day, my mom, Sherry Brown, on labor and delivery, and Tamla Carmichael.
Hi, this is Yuana Nelson, manager on 4 West. I just want to give a shout out to the entire 4 West team. I hope you all have a successful and prosperous year for 2011.
Hi, I'm Nancy App, pharmacy office coordinator and an SCA, and I'd like to give a Valentine's Day shout out to all my lunchtime buddies that I eat lunch with every day.
How you doing? My name is Kenya from Patient Service Supervisor, and I want to say happy Valentine's Day to all my friends and family and the love of my life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Pensler. I'm from the surgery department. I'd like to say happy Valentine's Day to my friends, family, and coworkers.
For these stories and more, you can visit our Facebook and YouTube pages for every episode of Sinai-Grace Today. I'm Melanie Moss. Thanks for watching.